Welcome to Tidbit Talkin. This is a series that consists of spewing out assorted thoughts which arose from somebody who thinks too much, taking in, and generally loving various entertainment media by the boatload. These tidbits may be little theories, observations, or simply jokes. Please bear in mind that all these ideas come from the perspective of somebody who's experienced every main story bit connected with whatever is currently being gone over. So spoilers will be here. However, other works set in a shared continuity will typically solely be referenced in a way that only makes sense to anybody who's also fully experienced those ones up until their same time occurring points. Sort of a coded nod kind of deal. Now, with all of that out of the way, here we go. Gabby J also forgot saying such stuff out loud like that can get him disqualified. See, this isn't just hyperbole. It's a literal request brought forth by brain damage, which arose from repeat concussions. This dude won't seek alternative careers because another thing he can't recall is how to fill out job applications. Bearhugger was about to actually accidentally admit he murdered somebody. His taunt and futilely hit me here pointing deal became a true weak spot because he legitimately injured himself permanently doing said mocking maneuver repeatedly. Also, he gets winded and open to simple repeat punches because you're causing significant lung damage after a strong enough strike comes about. Piston's about 50-50 record is caused by his hurricane rush, sometimes resulting in self-tiring coming about way too quickly. Wicked Weatherman developed said hurried storm maneuver based off the panic reflex he experienced during an adrenaline rush, which sparked from that time he got gut gouged in a normally one-shotable state allowing permanent energy creating sort of way. Somewhat similar, Bald Bull's beaten back to the minor circuit because way too many people have now figured out his trademark charges giant vulnerability having moment. Beat Bringing Bob became boxing involved by accident because a particularly intense stand session resulted in him absent-mindedly wandering into some ring and knocking out at least one big deal fighter unintentionally. Dragon Chan is obsessed with making sure his opponents only ever get knocked out face down because he has a very impressionable imagination and thus can't see somebody with things like busted lips lest he be forced to experience flashbacks of bike crashes which occurred during childhood deals. Guy has trained more to make sure that his bouts always end the same than he has for fighting in general. His double pass and dramatic slow-mo pose kick isn't about focusing or building up momentum. The WVBA just happens to have this bizarre rule that anything in the air for a certain amount of time qualifies as bird, not boxer. Thus, this lethal leg launching isn't illegal. Captain Commercialized Chaos's random out-of-itness episodes are caused by him being all professional sport level stamina lacking as a side effect of being used to always getting provided regularly scheduled and overly frequent breaks like the spoiled TV star he is. Masked Muscle gets away with weaponized spitting because he claims it's just the sweat flinging from his trademark headgear. Mysterious Meaningless succeeds with this lie because said dude's also not truthful about why he wears such a garment. That is, this false-faced fierce fella tells everyone his Masked Muscle moniker is quite literal and that he has a birth defect which makes one capable of actually developing face buffness. Announcer guy says Mr. Sandman's name so fast because he doesn't want to give the guy an unfair advantage since his vast boxing knowledge includes privyness to mysterious abilities which involves staying half asleep during a match's first half and then suddenly becoming superhumanly active near its end. Aaron Ryan's getting away with grabbing is caused by him mastering the art of carefully and mightily pinching people between his gloves in a way that looks like he's merely slightly leaning into an opponent. AR's health recovery during this is simply his childish excitement regarding how clever he sees himself generating some stupendous mind-over-matter hoopla. Kagero's name being swiftly figured out is because the announcer's worried about pronouncing it wrong. Anyway, the concern about getting hit isn't a joke. This sexy sir can't get too blemish, otherwise he wouldn't be allowed in those shampoo commercials for the company, which grants an unlimited product which makes his hair strong enough to harm others, yet still so stylishly shiny and causes some disorientation-generating barrage dance action. Sinister Circus gets away with throwing balls because beforehand he told all these officials this isn't attacking, but instead just an entertaining bit put on for some sick children's sake. Also, Savage Silliness gets away with his face-smothering chokehold whatchamacallit because he claims it's simply standard suspender shifting. It's not fat abundance that's causing the apparent body blow immunity, but rather the various props stuck down his trousers. A consequence of this groin-adjacent tremendous haul lugging is him getting all tuckered out when third-round deals are reached. Super Macho Man's various lettered exercise programs are workouts specifically designed to give him the precise musculature needed for his tornado wind-up knockout punch. Narcissus Prince demanding that he he doesn't get hit in the face isn't just his ego making ridiculous requests, reach reasonableness recognizing places in him contained mind brains. He also wants to goad opponents into striking vulnerable concussion-prone areas and not thinking about his extra-guarded outfit's presence. The self-absorbed thing is mostly an act to get away with non-regulation gear. It works because the guy really is at least half as attractive as he thinks. Boy, playing up this feeble old man thing is him utilizing colossal acting experience and a certain placebo effect to make the audience and ref not realize he's full-on using every body part, plus even a weapon, for fighting action. He must have portrayed the traditional old master in one of Super Macho Man's action flicks, or maybe even a whole series. Rick Bruiser learned how to shake the ring by training under Bronze Tiger. The spell requirements are changing his name and exclusively causing obvious internal bleeding within folks named Richard. Nick is a horrifying side effect of this sport-spoiling sorcery, hence the green eyes, lack of personality, and general inhuman movement. Special Circuit was created to make sure this abomination would never leave one specific boxing ring and wreak havoc upon the world. This robotic final message is simply the last fake thought that can magically come about before he fades back into his realm of darkness. Anyway, all this is an alternate universe where Little Mac never met Doc Lewis and thus developed boxing skills entirely on his own, hence why his star punch is different, one with charging more often and staying around quite long, but acting less powerful. Also, Tiny Burger got plastic surgery that made him capable of effortlessly staying awake longer so he could get in the training necessary to be successful without a teacher. The blonde hair is something he did out of boredom with all that wacky not sleeping time. Endings are a pain, but all of you are fantastic. See ya.